Hi, hello, friends there. Welcome to the Pro Math5 Sci channel. Now we are going to see a supplementary episode 0.0 to our episode 0. Why on earth integral of 1 by x is ln x? Have you ever wondered? We are going to reveal the mystery behind it. Why on earth integral 1 by x dx is equal to ln x? The need for the supplementary episode is twofold. To glorify the evergreen mathematician, my hero, Leonard Euler, who first discovered the limit definition for the natural logarithm, and to explain a mystery that haunts perhaps every student of calculus from their students' days. To me, Leonard Euler is an immortal. No heir of birth, no heir of death. Euler is the most imaginative, prolific mathematician of all times. He wrote volumes of work. His name surfaces in almost every field of mathematics, and many a times he is the originator of those fields. He discovered the limit definition for the logarithm, for the natural logarithm we derived and used in the episode 0. So here I have given Euler's proof for the limit definition, an excerpt from the book Comma Exploring Euler's Constant by Julian Havell. So you can easily understand the derivation yourself. Euler begin by defining W, a quantity infinitely small, and N, an infinitely large number, and then he uses the series expansion for logarithmic function, and very simply, simpler than us, derive the limit definition of natural logarithm. So read Euler. He is the master of us all. Simon Laplace quoted once. The great mathematician Laplace was known usually not to credit his fellow mathematicians, even if he had quoted them in his work, he referred them in his work. Even the great Laplace praised Euler with these words. Read Euler. He is the master of us all. So, Arago, an experimental physicist, praised Euler with this word. Euler calculated without apparent effort, as men breathe, or eagles sustain themselves in the wind. And he was tupped, analysis incarnate, and avatar of analysis. Okay, let us come to the secondary aim of this episode. Could you relate to me in this experience that I am going to describe below? When I was in school, I encountered calculus for the first time in my life. I struggled with the definitions and formulae, and the teachers, as usual, advised to crank them all in my head mechanically. I tried and failed. I was too inquisitive for that. In the integral table given in the book, I came across the most basic integral. Integral of x power n is x power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1, and plus that ubiquitous constant term. More playfully and just for the fun of it, I went on applying the formula for various powers of x. Integral of x power 1, x square by 2. Integral of x square, x cube by 3. Integral of x power 1 by 2, that means root of x, to x power 3 by 2 by 3. That even works for fractional powers. I was much satisfied and elated. Then came the spider. In the course of this playful fun, I eventually came to make the power of -1. integral x power minus 1 is equal to, okay, what do you tell me? X power minus 1 plus 1 divided by minus 1 plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1, 0. So that amounts to x power 0 divided by 0. What on earth is this thing, I wondered. I had been taught in school two tick terms I could apply in situations like this. 1. Anything power 0 is 1, and 2. Anything over 0 is infinity. So I concluded that it is infinity, a definite integral that has become infinity. I was very proud of my discovery. It was momentous, and I thought my teacher would appreciate it. The very next day, I approached my teacher and showed my integral to her. Instead of praising me, she scolded scornfully and told me, "Don't you know it must be ln x for the power minus 1? No, ma'am, I staggered back, looking pitiably at her. She did not make any effort to explain the incongruence staring in our face there. I went home and wept bitterly. I was feeling betrayed by the formula. Integral of x power n is equal to x power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. This formula cheated me, I thought, and I almost lost my interest in mathematics. It would have been a disaster for me if I had lost maths. Fortunately, my constant reading habits kept the math fire burning in me. After a few years, I stumbled on the Euler's definition of natural logarithm as a limit. I instantly recognized something very familiar: power of x. Limit epsilon goes to 0, x power epsilon minus 1 divided by epsilon is equal to ln x. Aha! Finally, I caught a spider. After some tumblings, I was able to vanquish the spider integral, which was haunting me from the depths of my subconscious mind, navigating there like the Captain Nemo in Nautilus. We shall presently see how the general rule for power of x also works for the exponent minus 1. Okay, let's consider the integral. Limit epsilon approaches 0, integral from 1 to x, t power minus 1 plus epsilon. This is just our integral of x power minus 1 in disguise. Now if we apply the usual rule, this integral becomes limit epsilon goes to 0, t power minus 1 plus epsilon plus 1 divided by minus 1 plus epsilon plus 1, limits applied 1 to x. So our integral becomes limit epsilon goes to 0, t power epsilon divided by epsilon, limits applies 1 to x. After applying the limits, the right hand side becomes limit epsilon goes to 0, x power epsilon minus 1 power epsilon divided by epsilon. Now the RHS looks very familiar. But wait, 1 power epsilon approaches 1 as epsilon approaches 0. With this, the RHS becomes limit epsilon goes to 0, x power epsilon minus 1 divided by epsilon. Wow, that's our ln x. It's fantabulous. The power rule is really general. Also, if we directly apply the special rule for the power minus 1, we have integral of t power minus 1 from 1 to x is equal to ln t with the limits applied 1 to x is equal to ln x minus ln 1. Ln 1 is equal to 0, so we have ln x. The same. Written by the spider, I have become the Spider-Man. A zeroth power is often a logarithm yearning to be free. And this is the title of a column article written by Dr. Sanjoy Mahajan in American Journal of Physics. I read it recently. It's a well-written article with the same theme as we have discussed here and with more details. I have provided a link in the description section. You can click the link, go to the journals page, and due to COVID-19 outbreak, they have made everything free. You can just sign up and download the paper. I mean the article and read the article yourself. It's very nice. Hope you can relate to me in this. If you are past your school days, here is an excerpt from a school textbook from Tamil Nadu, India. Again, only a table of integrals is listed, and the mystery goes unexplained. It is for you to become Spider-Man or Spider-Woman too. Never ever memorize anything without fundamental understanding in math or science. Cognition may be difficult at first, but very rewarding if you press along only a little bit further. And here I have provided links to some of books on the Euler in the description section. You can buy these books and read if you are interested. The first book is Leonhard Euler, Mathematical Genius in the Enlightenment by Harold Hallinger. And the second one is How Euler Did Even More by Edward Sandifer. And Comma, Exploring Euler's Constant by Julian Havel, that we have discussed in our episode recently. Forward by the famous physicist Freeman Dyson. Okay. Then a biography of Leonhard Euler by Emil A. Fellman. The Legacy of Leonhard Euler, a tricentennial tribute by Loknath Devnath. Euler, the master of us all. The Laplace quote you might remember. By William Dunham. Okay, that's all, buddies. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for your interest in maths and in our channel. Kindly like, subscribe, and click the bell icon for more updates. Let us keep in touch despite of COVID-19. Thank you very much.